Hello and welcome to the Cluster API provider for AWS community meeting. Today is the 4th of August, 2025. And just a reminder that we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which in short means please be kind to each other. We also use the raise hands feature of Zoom. So if you would like to speak, please raise your hand. Yeah, it looks like we have a fairly short agenda today. Um, so Alex, you've got a couple PRs you like some attention on?
Yeah, the first one is the cluster cost support. It, it was tested by someone, and it also works for me. There are tests, and the only thing that's needed there is to remove the halt if it looks okay to everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I think you asked about this last week or last time. I will definitely take a look at it right after this meeting. Um, I know this one's been waiting for a little bit, so yeah, I'll take another pass at it. I'm not an EKS expert, but I'll look at it from the API angle, and if it looks good, I will remove the hold. And then your other PR was related to the ongoing SDK v2 work. I see Pankaj had some input on what we can do to work with the new STS behavior. Does this help any? Have you had a chance to look at these resources?
Yeah, thanks. I actually already testing his suggestion. So I don't know if we have if now we have anything to discuss here because that's what I wanted to ask. And
Okay.
since we already have a suggestion, I will just maybe ping you folks in Slack if I have any other issues.
Okay. Cool. Thank you again for taking this work on. Um, okay, it looks like this might just be for STS, so we don't necessarily need to install this middleware everywhere, just where we need pre-signed caller identity. Cool. Um, so that actually rolls into the next topic that I wanted to discuss, which was the status of the AWS SDK v2 migration. Um, so it looks like we've got at least an approach for the migrate STS portion. Um, the node package will need that, so I set that up as blocked by the STS card. Yeah, Alex.
Something that maybe can be done post release is that we'll need to clean up some of the functions that still use V1, and I have to leave them until we finish all V2 migration because it's not possible to deprecate every call now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make an issue for that right now. And just gonna put that as a task, and I'll create that, and I can add more details later. But yes, thank you for that because we will need to do stuff like this save to service endpoint v2 map. Um, I know there's several of these uh, functions that help translate, and there's also a bunch of fields that have both the older SDK session version and the newer SDK session version. So, or pipe. So, yeah, we'll need to clean all that up and reduce the duplication there. So thank you for pointing that out. Um, Richard unfortunately had to jump away from the meeting for something else on work. I haven't seen a PR for the secrets manager code, so I will contact him offline. Um,
I asked Richard, I think last week, and he said he already had like a branch locally. So yeah, hopefully he can create a PR once that's in a good place. Um, Probably yeah, worth asking him how far he got. Otherwise, yeah, we might want to take over that if Richard is busy with it with other things.
yeah, I was hoping to ask him about it on the call, and he was on very shortly before we got recording, but he got paged and had to go take a look at something. Um, so yeah, and there's someone working on the node package, but like I said, I think that's going to require some code from the STS PR. But on the whole, I think these are the last things that absolutely have to be done in order to get the functionality there. Um, and as I put in the agenda, I think we should, once we get those three merged, I don't think we should block the release on cleaning up, but should definitely look into getting a release uh, out before the next community meeting. Uh, so any other comments on the SDK v2 work or on getting a release out?
Yeah, is there any help needed with the release?
I think the biggest thing right now is going to be the SDK v2 stuff. Um, if you've got PRs that you would like to get attention on, Alex, I know you've brought a couple here. Um, Let us know and we can get the GitHub uh, release updated. Um, in terms of mechanically doing it, I think we might. I don't know who we're gonna have do that. I might just do it and get the release done. I don't think we need anything specifically though. If you'd like a shadow and we set up a time, we could absolutely do that. Okay. Does anyone have any other topics for discussion? No? Okay, then I think we can probably adjourn a little early. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, man.